Welcome to episode 29 of the Unemployed Journeyman with Fukushima United here in the J2 League. And by the end of this episode, we'll be at the halfway stage of the season and we'll have a pretty good understanding as to where we are in terms of being able to get promoted via the playoffs or maybe even automatically. Okay, so the last time you was with me was for the games against FC Gifu and Yamaguchi. A 3-1 win against Gifu, a team that we should really be looking at beating anyway. And then a 4-3 defeat at the hands of Yamaguchi. A game where we did deserve to lose it. The scoreline probably makes us look a little bit better than what we was with the late goal from Yoshisha Mori. But a defeat was a defeat. Since then, we've played Yamagata in the league and drew 1-1 with them. We went behind through Yajima, their Yajima, not our Yajima, scoring, and then Nagai Matsumoto making it 1-1 on 36 minutes. If we actually look at the stats for that game, we can see that they probably were the better team, if we're being completely honest. They were ahead of us in every way. We probably did deserve to lose the game, but we got a draw out of it. We'll be quite happy with that, I suppose. Fujieda are up next. Yamagata, it's worth mentioning as well, are currently 13th in the league. So again, it's a team we probably should have been looking at beating. Fujieda, who are 11th in the league at the moment, we beat them 2-0. Matsushita and Fujioka getting on the score sheet in that game. And again, if we look at the stats for the game, we can see that it was pretty even for a lot of it. We were miles ahead in terms of XG, but that's because we had a penalty that we missed. Anyway, if you take that off, it would have been a lot closer. But 2-0 win against Fujieda, not going to complain. Then we played Tosu, who are top of the table, and we lost 1-0. And while it's a defeat, and I mean, we were completely outplayed, we didn't even get a shot on target in the game. They were better than us in every department. At least we didn't get smashed. That's a positive as far as I'm concerned. And then against Kanazawa, who were bottom of the league at the time. I don't know if they're still bottom of the league now. I'm assuming they are. Yeah, 20th. 2-0 winning that game. Mori and Fujioka scoring there. 2 late goals, really. They did have a player sent off on 29 minutes. We weren't convincing in that game, I've got to say, considering they were down to 10 men for over an hour and we left it till the last 20 minutes to get 2 goals. It wasn't overly convincing. And we go into today's games against Nagasaki away from home, who are 7th, and Okiyama at home, who are 9th. It's going to be 2 tough games and we could get 2 defeats in this episode. But like I say, if we look at the J2 League itself, we do currently sit in 4th position. We are 1 point off the automatic promotion place. We're 5 points away from Tosu. We do have a game in hand over Shimizu. Shimizu, by the way, who were like down here not that long ago. Just goes to show how quickly you can move up through this league if you put a run of a few wins together. So very much looking forward to these 2 games. No idea how they're going to go, but I guess we're going to find out together, aren't we? So let's click continue and let's get through to the game against Nagasaki. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll meet you there when we actually get to the game, because I thought we was closer than what we was. Okay, we're here. Right, let's get into the game and we go through the team first. Kawata in goal, Matsumoto left back, Agawa right back, Omori is back in the team. He's been out, injuries, suspensions, whatever else. Morishita also in the team, Kobayashi and Matsumoto in the midfield, with Martinez and Sandoval out wide and Pufflet and Mori up top. I am trying to get both of these 2 in the team together. So Pufflet is going to take on the role of an advanced forward and Mori as a poacher. So let's see how we get on. Pufflet might be strong. We have also got Martinez back from a bit of an injury layoff himself. So he does replace Fujioka in this team. And let's get into the first game against Nagasaki. They've lost their most recent game, 3 draws and a win prior to that. So not great form from them. And like I say, we are away from home in front of just under 4,500 people. The first highlight is a corner for us. Matsumoto would take it. It's now with Pufflet. Oh, what a goal from Pufflet. It's his 4th goal of the season. Matsumoto with the assist. It does get confusing having 2 Matsumotos in the team. But Pufflet with a goal in that role as not an inside forward, an advanced forward. But here's the next highlight, and it's now with Nagasaki. It'd be disappointing to concede so soon after we've actually scored. Ball over the top. Oh, they've hit the crossbar. I'll tell you what, the other team hits the bar. Well, I think it was actually offside. So it wouldn't have counted even if it did go in. But a pretty good start. Goal in the first 5 minutes is always a decent start. They're playing the ball out from the back. They're going to come forward down their left-hand side. Can we get someone to press? Can we maybe get a tackle? Win the ball back, someone? I mean, they're playing it about very nicely, I've got to say. But we have actually won the ball back. That was a good play. Morey brings it forward and then just gives it away, because why wouldn't you? They're going to score from this. There you go. I mean, it deflected in, to be fair to the goalkeepers. It's a bit hard to blame him for that. Obviously, it wasn't an own goal, but he did get a deflection. And I'm blaming Morey because he gave the ball away, which led to them attacking us. Right, we have the ball now, but then we just give it back. So it's going to be one of them games. We're losing the game, folks, because we can't keep the ball and we don't know how to tackle anybody. I mean, look, if he's just running straight through us, they've hit the frame of the goal again. And we survived that occasion. The games, the way they work out for us, you can pretty much tell straight away what the result is going to be like, because if we start like we have here, where we're just constantly giving the ball away, and I've said this so many times in the past, then you know we're going to lose, because it's just what happens. We give the ball away, we end up losing the game. Yet sometimes we can play, and our passing is just so crisp and so incredibly good. Martinez, what was going on there? There's an offside flag's gone up now, but at least we had an attack at the end of the first half, and it is only 1-1, so there is still everything to play for. I mean, we're away from home, so I don't really want to be negative. You're doing well, keep working hard until full time. I mean, like I say, we are away from home, and Nagasaki are not a bad team. They're only 4 points behind us. So it is all to play. But the thing for this game is, if we can win this game, we put a bit of daylight between us and Nagasaki as well. You know, a lead of 6-7 points sort of thing. But here's the next highlight. Starts with Nagasaki. They're passing it around very nicely, to be fair. You know, they are pretty much schooling us on how to pass a football. Ball goes into the box. It's partially cleared, but again, it just goes straight back to them. And, they've hit the frame of the goal again. I mean, if you're them, you've got to be wondering what you've got to do to score your second goal, because that's, 3 times now they've hit either the post or the crossbar, and they've now got a penalty. Oh, dear my. Right, can the keeper be a hero? Come on, Kawata. Save a penalty. I mean, he hasn't saved one since he's been here, so he's... Right, they're 2-1. I did say this was how the game was going to go. Oh, it's so annoying. It's so frustrating. Can we just play well? They have a free... I mean, it's a very dangerous position. Is it too close? You hardly ever see goals from direct free kicks in FM, but this could be one, and it is. It's 3-1. That was a really good free kick. Oh, dear. Oh, I don't know what to do, because we're just playing bad, and substitutions don't mean anything. I mean, Agawa's not having a good game. We bring him off. To be fair, we could bring just about anybody off. Morey can come off for Takagi. Can we swap them over? Yeah. We'll do that for now. Just why not? I mean, let me know if you do substitutions and tactical changes and things like that in FM. Do you actually find they make much difference? Because if I'm completely honest, I don't find they do. And Morey can come off for Pedro as well. It's like if you are playing on a balanced mentality, for example, and you suddenly switch to attacking or very attacking for the last 20 minutes, and you just don't get a single highlight. And you, oh my word, they've hit the frame of the goal again. And you just look at it and you just think, well, what was the point in going attacking? And this is what I find with anything in FM when it comes to doing tactical changes, that they rarely have any effect. And I mean, considering they've hit the woodwork 4 times, I think we can count ourselves pretty lucky that we've come out of this with just a 3-1 defeat, quite honestly. That is probably the worst. I mean, I've told them they've done themselves proud. I don't know why, but that is probably the worst performance we've had at Fukushima ever. It was terrible. Right, we've got the game coming up next against Okiyama in a few days' time. We're at home for that one, so let's see if we can do better in that game against Okiyama. Okay, so here we are for the game against Okiyama, and we have dropped down a place from 4th to 5th in the league, but we're still only 1 point away from 2nd, so we've not really lost any ground in terms of the automatic promotion place. We have lost ground on Tosu because they won. We're now 9 points behind them, so I think any chance of us winning the league, not that I ever thought we would win the league, is pretty much done with. What I do think as well is that I said in the previous episode that we've had a pretty kind run in terms of the teams we've played in this league, and now we're playing against better teams. We played Yamaguchi, we've played Tosu, Nagasaki, Chiba are up next. We've got Okiyama now, who are 9th. And again, they're 5 points behind us, so they could close the gap on us if they beat us here today as well. We're playing against the better teams. We are starting to see that we're not in this kind of area with them. And I think by the end of the season, I think we'll be around mid-table, 9th, 10th, 8th, 11th, in that area somewhere. We're certainly nowhere near relegation material. We're currently 16 points away from that. We can stop talking about relegation. It is about whether we can get into the playoffs at the moment. I don't think we're anywhere near good enough to actually get automatically promoted. But yeah, I think we're a mid-table team that's currently punching above their weight. And now that we're playing against better teams, we're starting to see that as well. So let's get into the game against Okiyama, and hopefully we can pick up a win. It'd be nice. We are unchanged for the team, which might surprise some people. We have got Agawa, Matsumoto and Sandoval that are a yellow card away from a suspension. So hopefully they don't all pick up a yellow card in the same game, because that will badly affect us. But here is the team that we go with. Kawata in goal, Matsumoto left back, Agawa right back, Omori and Morishita in the centre of defence, Kobayashi and Matsumoto in the centre of midfield, Martinez and Sandoval out wide with Pufflet and Mori up top. He is a big concern for me. He's a best centre-back, no doubt. He is considering his options at the end of his contract. I am considering leaving him out and playing Pedro, because I actually feel we play better with Pedro in the team. So you're probably thinking, well, if that's the case, Damo, why are you not putting Pedro in the team now? But it's because he is our best centre-back. Also, we've had news that Kojima is considering his options at the end of his contract as well. So 2 of our defenders will be probably leaving the club at the end of the season. That's fine. We just need to buy someone better to come in for them. Right, let's submit the team. Let's get into the game. Enough chitter-chatter from me. And like I said at the beginning of the episode, I said this is an episode where we could end up losing both games. And yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we do lose today. We are the home team. We are above Okiyama in the league. They also go for 4-4-2, like every team in Japan seems to go for 4-4-2, at least in the J2 league anyway. Maybe it is the way forward. Maybe it's something we need to look at. But we get the first highlight though, or the start of the first highlight. Kobayashi gives it to Matsumoto. He goes infield to Pufflet, back to Omori, back to Matsumoto to Pufflet. He finds Martinez. Can he get a ball in the box? Mori's in there waiting for it. He can't. He gives it to Kobayashi, who does put it in the box. Sandoval with the header, and it's over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick. Not sure if the referee's or the linesman's referee assistant's flag was actually raised at the time as well. But it's been an okay start. I mean, they've had the shots on target, not us. But it's been a pretty even start. They've probably slightly edged it, actually. But yeah, probably look at, I mean, Nagasaki are beating Tokushima. They're now 2nd in the league. So just goes to show that losing to Nagasaki wasn't necessarily a bad result. Here's Martinez. Yes, I am absolutely trying to make excuses, by the way, but they were just so much better than us. No team has dominated us the way they did. Right, here's Sandoval. Morishita back to Sandoval. Comes back to Morishita again. Here's Agawa to Sandoval. Can he finish? Oh, It was close. Not quite though. It was wide of the target. I mean, we do need to be hitting the target. We had 7 shots at goal, but only 1 shot on target. So we do need to be, I think, can we point the finger? We simply have to be better in front of goal, at least start hitting the target more often. That is absolutely my takeaway from that first half. Possession was fairly even. They slightly edged it, 55-45. But here's the next highlight with us. Matsumoto to Morishita to Kobayashi to Amori. Playing it around nicely, I like it. Here's the other Matsumoto to Martinez. Matsumoto gets it back and then gives it away. Oh, we've won it back though. Mori's got it. Mori's through and Mori has scored. Yoshisha Mori, his 6th goal of the season. And I think that's an Igawa assist as well, who for me, he has been our player of the season. Oh no, it was a Matsumoto assist. I got a bit carried away. Ball into the ball. Oh, we've hit a woodwork. Matsumoto has scored his 5th goal of the season. Nagi Matsumoto with the goal. Oh, that is beautiful. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. And a midfield Matsumoto. I mean, the other one can play in midfield as well, but we play him at left back. There's a bit of daylight between us and them now. They do have the highlight though, which is a bit of a concern. Not going to lie. Honda plays the ball out as a really good pass, to be fair. Can he get the ball in the box? He can. We clear our lines and we pick up the second ball. Mori has it now. Gives it to Senderval, who just gives it away. That feels like it's starting to be a repeating trend there. And they're now through and it's over the bar. And they're making a substitution as well. And I think we will as well. I'm actually going to take Senderval off, I think, because it seems to be a few times I've said that he's... I think we might swap Martinez over to that side and play Fujioka in here. Although our assistant is telling us to play Umeda. So you know what? We're going to give Umeda a bit of a run out. It's the only change we're going to make at the moment. But yeah, Senderval, a couple of times it feels like I've said he's given the ball away. So hopefully Umeda can do a better job of keeping hold of it. Here's Pufflet now. Beats his man. Finds Matsumoto. Oh, he's hit the post. Matsumoto's hit the post. They're having the ball. They're through now. There's going to be 2-1. And that is so unlucky. We've gone and hit the post up one end and they've just counter-attacked us up the other to make it 2-1. That is so frustrating. Right, we need to make some substitutions because we're getting players that are a little bit tired. Amori again is on a 6.5. I'm going to take him off for Pedro. And I think against Chiba in the next game, I'm going to be playing Pedro in goal, to be quite honest. And I think what we'll also do is Matsumoto can come off for Kojima as well. Right, let's not concede another one. We've done so well to be 2-0 up in this game. And we've had this before this season already, where we go 2-0 up and we just end up conceding. And right, we bring Kobayashi off for Matsushita. And Takagi can come on for Pufflet. I'm hoping we can hold out. I mean, if we get a third goal, that would be even better. Martinez puts the ball in. Oh, and Agawa, he's done it again. Our right back rising at the back post. Martinez with the ball in. It's 3-1. And this looks like it's going to be... We're in second. Well, we were in second. We're now in third. For about a minute, we were in second place. And surely, with 5 minutes of added on time, surely we're not going to see 2 goals in the final 4 minutes. Surely even we can't do that. Right, here's Pedro to Kojima. Can we get a fourth and just make this look like an even bigger win? Kojima gives it to Takagi. He gives it to Matsumoto, to Mori, to Takagi. Nice play between them. Finds... Oh, and Umeda very nearly did make it 4-1 coming in off that right-hand side. And that is a final whistle. A great way to end the episode with that win. And yeah, that's a good team that in 9th place, we've beaten them. We're now back up to 3rd in the table. Level on games with most of the teams around us, or all of the teams around us in fact. We do have a game in hand over Tosis, so even though we are 8 points behind them, you know, we win a game in hand, that's down to 5 points. Could we win the league? Could we? Let me know in the comments. Do you think we can win the league? I'm looking at, well, actually we're 9 points behind them, but it'd be 6 points. But yeah, I'm kind of looking at this thinking that automatic promotion is definitely a possibility. We're 4 points ahead of Nagasaki. Bear in mind, early on in this game, Nagasaki had moved up to second in the league. That's how close all of this is, and it's madness. It really is. But I'm loving the absolute madness of the J2 league. I've got to admit, I really am. Let's just have a quick look at this. Martinez fitness concerns. That's fine. When's their next game? It's in a week's time, so he's going to be fine. Matsushita is developing concern. Right, so I'll show you live, so to speak, my issue with this, because what I'm going to say to him is, okay, I'll sell you. And his reply to that will probably be, well, I don't want to leave, or something along that lines. So we discussed the issue with Matsushita, heard a few things. I'm going to sell you. No, that won't be necessary. Now, in 28 days' time, he's going to come back to me and say exactly the same thing. And I'm going to say exactly the same thing back to him, and then he's going to say that again. This is one thing that does need to change in FM25, because it's a bit frustrating when players are just coming to you constantly saying the same thing, you say the same thing back, blah, 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 blah. 28 days later, rinse and repeat. At some point, surely, if you're that player, you're going to sit there thinking, there's no point me keep saying anything, I might as well just leave and just accept the fact you're going to be sold. But they just always say they don't want to go. So, yeah. Let me know any frustrations you've got with FM24. I'm sure you'll have a few of them. Anyway, let's have a look at the schedule. And, it's done this again. I absolutely hate it. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, there you go. We're back to business. Right, we will play some more games off camera. And I think what we will do is probably come back for Oita and Tokushima. Or we might do the All Japan Cup and Oita, actually, because we've definitely, I think, done... No, we haven't done Tokushima, actually. But yeah, probably do the All Japan Cup and there. So we'll play, 4 league games off camera, come back for the All Japan Cup and the league game at home against Oita. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to check out the rebuilding episode that's going to be on Sunday with Kaiserslautern. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it should be a lot of fun. And I'll be back again on Monday, 6 p.m, as always, for more of the Unemployed Journeyman. Have a great weekend, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.